Hi, I'm Kate Hemmings and I'm pleased to welcome you to the latest issue of Let's Make Cards magazine. I'm joined by Corinne Bradd, who's going to give us a fab demonstration of one of the projects in this issue and talk us through the brilliant kit as well. Hi Corinne.
Hello Kate.
So, the kit this issue.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a really good collection of birthday, baby, just general greetings, and there's some beautiful bright colours.
I've spotted some glittery die-cut
We have got glittery
as well.
Kate, just for you, we have more cake.
Oh, I'm just loving all this cake theme stuff that's out at the moment.
The background
it's
paper is beautiful, and it just all ties together. Although it's lots of different colours.
It's all the same kind of theme.
All the same contemporary colours, and they all go really well. And I've made the cards for the gallery this month.
There's quite a lot.
Yeah, it was. I must admit, when Lorraine said to me, "I need 15 cards, and you can't use anything but the kit." It was a bit concerning. She did say I could use a pair of scissors, which I thought was
nice
generous of her, but there you go.
But you know what, you've done it because the kit is so versatile.
Yeah, this is what I found. You know, when I
sat
down with it, I made 7 cards without any problem whatsoever. And then it was time to go to bed. But I've also made some ATCs with the kit, with the remains of it, because you don't need much for an ATC, just all the little offcuts. If you save them in a box.
It's a good way to use up your scraps.
Yeah, she did let me use some gel pens with that, just to add a bit of greeting, you know, add a bit of wording to the cards. But they've come out really well.
Yeah, I think they look great. I especially like this one here with the little stars.
With sticky up stars, yeah.
This is also a really nice project. This is by Caroline Blanchard.
Yes,
right?
yes, she has. I think she's used a die-cut machine to get some of the lettering and some of the borders from that, just to add to the kit. But I love that card. Again, it's cake, but it's a beautifully shaped.
We seem to just hone in on those ones. Anything to do with food, we love them.
Well, it's so popular at the minute.
It's really summery,
and they are really very nice
die
die-cuts, yeah.
Colours. And then this one here is my favourite. It's by Helen Phillips. I think.
Yes,
and she's obviously known for her cross stitch. And what I really like about her projects is the way she manages to add really small stitch motifs onto cards, but she really brings it up to date.
What's great about that, if you look at the detail of that booty, I mean, you've got the heel and the toe, and you've got the peg, and it's all in such a small, such a small scale, but it really looks good. And
it really pulls the cards together and just makes them look a little bit different. I mean, that one with the little building block, and it really tones in with kind of the theme of the kit as well.
They look lovely. They're
I
great.
really like that one. And also Jill Orblas has created...
Yeah, well, I'm going to come back to Jill's in a minute. I was going to tell you about some of the features that are in the magazine. We've got a roundup of everything Oriental, so lots of Japanesey style products.
There's some beautiful products out there at the moment, aren't there? Like Oriental.
There's some lovely Oriental decoupage papers out now. Some of them not manga style, but some of them more, you know, Hello Kitty style, that sort of Japanesey.
So a little bit more modern.
Yeah, and we've actually, our spotlight pages are about decoupage.
Fantastic.
So if you've never tried it before, actually it's a good time to start because there's some great images out there and it really isn't that difficult. And if you're not good with fiddly cutting, you can get lots of die-cut decoupage sheets which take all the effort out of it.
Excellent. So now we can
Yes, I'll go back to Jill's. What Jill's done is she's used glass paints for these cards and she's come up with some really clever ideas. She's just used glass paint on acetate. I love these butterflies.
They're beautiful. They look almost like they've got a tie-dyed effect going on there.
Well, yeah, what she's done is she's used some spirit-based marabou glass paints because they will blend and you can almost mix them on the acetate.
Okay.
So I'm just going to show you very simply how to make that, and also if I get time, I'm just going to show you the other technique she's used, which is sponging and adding glitter, and also using some of the lovely paint pens that they've got, which are these glass painters.
Is that for the dots around there?
No, the dots around the edge are used using the metallic liners, and they're just like you know, they're almost like an acrylic paint in a tube, but they're multi-purpose.
So easy to apply as well.
Yeah, you can use them on paper, glass, you can use them on fabric if you heat fix them. I mean, they're great, and they come in a range of colours and finishes.
So another staple there, just like your Sakura pens.
Yeah. Anyway, to make a butterfly, what I've done is I've cut a very simple butterfly template from card, stuck it on a white tile. If you use a white tile, it means you can see what you're doing with your paint much better. Right. Cut yourself a little square of acetate and just hold it in place with a couple of pieces of masking tape. And I'm going to mix the colours for these butterflies actually on the acetate. Let's have a bit of pink and some yellow.
So what kind of paints is it that you're using at the moment?
These are solvent. They're spirit-based paints. You could try it with water-based, but water-based paints dry quicker.
So it's easier to blend with this one.
I'm also using a clear spirit-based paint as well, so that you can get paler shades of colours. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use my best paint brushes. I'm going to use cheap paint brushes. I mean, these are kids' ones, and they're so cheap, but they're actually really, really good.
Okay.
Don't get the horrible bristly ones. Get something with a nice smooth tip. But the brilliant thing about these glass paints is they go on really easily, but they don't spread. They don't go everywhere, so you can really load it. So if you work on one wing at a time, let's start with a red outline.
So you're literally just going to
Yeah.
Use that as your template?
Yeah. You don't need to put any sort of outliner on it. You can have a nice big dollop.
Just to highlight it.
As it comes in. And then I'm going to, the purists among you will go, clean your brush, clean your brush. I'm not going to, I'm just going to wipe it on this.
You rebel, Corinne Bradd.
I am a rebel. Dip it in the yellow. And then you can mix it.
Oh, I see. So you don't have to worry about each part drying before you apply the next colour or anything like that?
What I'd suggest you do is you work from one wing down and then the next wing down, so that if there is any drying, it tends to be in the middle. And what Jill's done is she's covered up the middle with a piece of beaded trim.
Okay.
So we'll just have a bit more yellow there. Again, just wipe your brush. Let's have a bit of clear, just so these colours lighten up.
Oh, I see.
We'll have a tiny little bit of pink in the middle of that.
So really there's sort of no correct way to apply the colours, you just kind of go with what you think's going to work?
Try and make sure that your wings match. So, you know, whatever colours you've used...
Remember what you're doing.
Yeah, remember what, always helps. But you see what I mean about the paints, they just don't move.
No, they're going on really nicely.
Really beautifully.
Really smooth finish as well.
Yeah, but they're not bleeding all over the edge of the page, which is good. Edge of the page, edge of the acetate. I'm just going to blend this in a bit more with a little bit of clear.
I see what you mean about the clear now, that it actually doesn't go on clear because it blends the rest of the colours into it, so it just softens it slightly.
And we'll just... The other thing is also, if you don't continually clean your brush in spirit, the fibres stay together better.
Okay.
I mean, you'd at the end of your session you'd clean it properly, but for now you can get enough of the paint off on a piece of tissue so you don't contaminate the other colours. So I'm just going to do one wing and then I'll show you. I just want to blend that in a tiny bit more.
Okay.
Okay. So when you lift it up, I'll put it against the white tile there. You can see you've got that lovely translucent effect.
Yeah, and I see what you mean about it not running or anything like that.
No, I mean, I tend to, when I've painted them, I'll tend to stick them up on the kitchen wall to dry. I'll just put that back over and I'll just show you quickly how to apply an outline, because that's what I've done on this one.
Yeah, that really finishes it off nicely as well, I think.
So if you get your tube, always wise to just squeeze a bit out, check there's no air bubble in the beginning.
Just so you don't get a massive blob on your lovely work.
And then you'd normally do that when the paint is dry, but we should get away with it. Just add some little dots of paint around the edge.
Fantastic.
I also just wanted to show you a couple of other techniques that she's doing.
Okay. Is this the sponging technique?
So that I don't put my finger in it. Yeah, the sponging technique. Take yourself a piece of acetate like this. This is an old washing up sponge.
Okay.
This will make your fingers dirty, so be careful. I've cut it. It's not an old washing up sponge. It's part of an old washing up sponge.
You haven't been using that one.
This is a washing up sponge from a doll's house. Yeah. Just get some paint on there and literally just sponge it over the surface of your acetate. You'd do this probably on a white piece of paper so that any excess went over the back. So when that dries, you've got that lovely sort of stippled effect.
Just to use for your background.
Yeah, and then if you want to add glitter to it.
Is this to create this sort of beautiful background here?
Just sprinkle some glitter over it.
That's amazing. It looks so professional. That looks like it's got such a nice finish on that.
Now, what you should do is wait till the paint is a bit tackier than it is here.
Okay.
Okay, because I've just covered myself in paint and glitter. And for the
That's a sign of a true crafter, Corinne.
The scribbly effect, I'm going to have to get rid of this now because it's covered in paint, are these paint pens. And they literally just write on acetate.
Oh.
And you can also do lovely effects like this flower that I've done here, which is merging the colours.
And that's done with the scribbling?
That's done with the pens, and you can mix them in and you can marble the top.
Fantastic. That's so clever that you can get such a whole range of different techniques just from using the variety of pens. I think they look really effective. My favourites are still the butterflies, though. I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, but as I say, they're well worthwhile getting a set of marabou paints and just playing around with it.
Just having a little bit of fun. Cool. Well, thanks very much for that demonstration,
That's okay.
Corinne. That's what we've got time for here today. But once you've finished reading your magazine and made lots of beautiful things from the kit, be sure to come along and post pictures of them on our forum or view the full video archive at www.letsmakecards.com. Until next time, happy crafting.